Hi everyone, it's Lauren. I wanted to film a quick video because I was just talking to a friend the other day and this topic just came up again with somebody, which was how do you know when to say yes to something and when to say no to something? How do you know what to prioritize? You know, there are schools of thought that say yes to everything, really embrace life, live life to its fullest, seize any opportunity, and that's how you create more opportunity, right? Like success, you get momentum, and then that creates even more momentum. Then there are schools of thought which say no to everything. Try saying no to everything that's not your one thing, that one priority. And I think that the thing to remember is anytime that we really want to make a change or have massive progress, it really is important to say no a lot more often. But what's important is really knowing what to focus on, what to prioritize, and what saying yes to in your life is going to lead you in the direction that you really want to be, and all the things that you have to say no to in order to really get there. So I used to walk clients through an exercise that I had them do all the time, which was really helpful, and it was mostly around health-oriented things that we would do this exercise. And it was a new habit that they wanted, a new desire, a new goal, something. What were the 3 to 5 current disempowering habits, things that they were doing, behaviors that were not serving them in getting that one goal, that one thing that they really wanted? So we would make a list, right, of the 3 to 5 top priority things that they really needed to stop saying no to that would actually help them have what it is, that one thing, that priority that they really, really wanted. So remembering that actually by saying no to those handful of things, they were really going to get that one thing that they actually wanted. So I like to remember that it's not because we're just saying no randomly to something. It's because we're actually really consciously choosing and saying yes to something that's really important to us in our life and into our dreams and our goals and where we really want to be heading. I'm just actually reading a book right now that I'm rereading, and I find it really helpful whenever I feel like I've been a little scattered or doing things randomly and off track. And it's called The One Thing by Gary Keller, and it really helps to refocus you. And I think that it's really important to think about what are you doing, what habits, what things really aren't serving you, and what's that one thing that's going to help prioritize. You know, I just got back from India, and at One World Academy, their one thing that they focus on is spiritual vision. You know, and that's to me like, how do I want to be in the world? How do I feel and follow like the most guidance, the most divine order, like where everything feels like it's in flow and more effortless, and really focusing on how I want to be in the world, and then choosing in each area of my life what is the one thing, the one priority in each category. So for health, for relationships, for mission, for career, for your spiritual practice. But like overarching, the most important thing is the one thing, focusing on like, are you really tending to yourself? Are you loving yourself? Are you nurturing yourself? Are you creating yourself for self-care? Are you showing up in a loving and courageous way so that you can really focus? And then that becomes your filter for what to say yes or no to. And that's also really important to base in your value system, because that's a way to really know what to say yes and no to. So if an invitation or an opportunity or an action that you want or someone else encourages or imposes possibly on you, it's really great to think about, do those opportunities or are those invitations or is that action somebody is requesting of me, like, is that in alignment with my one thing as my higher self, and then my one thing in potentially whatever category that fits into? And if it's a no, then it's an easy no. It's not worth it. It's not worth your focus. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your energy. And there's a loving way to communicate that. That's a different topic on communication skills, but like right now it's really focusing so that you can really honor and value yourself and get to where you really want to be. So yes, and remember again, you're not saying no to something important. You're really saying yes to what actually is important. So that's like the thing. So sometimes we get a little bit stressed or overwhelmed, or we feel disappointed or guilty, and those are all not helping us. That's not focusing on our one thing, being our higher spiritual vision, and then it's not really focusing on our priority either. We're just focusing on this little small thing here that we think maybe we should say yes to, and that's not true. So just remembering to like look at really what's happening and to unpack some of that. And then choosing when it is in alignment with that to go ahead and go say yes to it and see what shows up and keep following the thread and go down that. And that's an amazing journey also. So then you know exactly what to say yes to. So a lot of times it does take thought, and it does take a little bit of conscious attention to say, is this what I'm choosing to say yes or no to, versus just getting caught up in socially or things that necessarily aren't in your priority right now. So anyway, I hope that that's helpful. I think that it's really important to, obviously, I'm big on consciously choosing your life, consciously designing that, and I think that this is one of the most important skill sets, because I know for me, I had a lot where I would just say yes to everything. I went through that phase for a long time, and I felt guilty if I didn't, or I was just in, let's enjoy life, and fun was my top value, and let's say yes to every opportunity. And then I went the other extreme, where it was like, say no to everything. Everything other than if it went into my category of learning and growth and personal development, I said no to everything. And there's a balance there, which is why I think if you want to, looking at every category of your life is super important. But overall, the overarching really big priority is, how do you want to be? And then with that, once you've done that work, the filter for the yes or no's become really, really effortless. So I hope that that helps. Feel free to ask any questions below. This is a topic that I've spent a lot of time on, and I love helping people with. So that's it. I hope you enjoy, and I hope that this is helpful. Thanks.